This is my recollection of a good spanking my mom gave me. I consider it as one of the most educational things ever in my life. I was the oldest child in my family, one brother and one sister, and mom spanked me for anything and everything. I got it at least once a month from her. My brother and sister never got spanked, even if they did or didn't do the same exact things that I got spanked for. I guess I was the trendsetter, as both mom and dad were the youngest children in their families, and this was a learning experience for all of us. It was a spring day, and I had just turned 10 years old. I was incredibly disobedient and constantly talked back to my mom. I was warned many times to behave, but just didn't listen. After arguing with my mother for some time, she said, "Eddie, what did I say about talking back to me? Go take a bath and get ready for bed, as I have had it with you." It was just after lunch, about 1 p.m. I went into the bathroom, filled the tub myself, got undressed and jumped in. I wanted to show mom I was now old enough to take a bath by myself and didn't need her to see me naked any longer. She came into the bathroom and brought me just a pair of briefs to wear. She said, "When you finish your bath, I'm going to spank you." She really emphasized the spank. I gave her a look and said, "Mom, I'm too big to spank anymore." She replied, "Get out, dry yourself off, get dressed and go to your room." So I did, and walked over to my bedroom wearing nothing but my tighty-whities. I had a nice clean bottom and clean underwear, perfect for a child's spanking. Mom was waiting for me in my room. I walked by her and went to my dresser to get my PJs. "No. Come here," she said. I walked over to her and, because I wasn't a little kid, she picked me up and held me over her arm, over my bed with my feet dangling in the air. I thought this was bad enough, but to really prove her point, she then pulled my briefs down at the back. She then started smacking my exposed bottom hard and fast. She spanked me so fast, I couldn't count how many I got. This was my very first ever bare bottom punishment. The slaps from mom's hand sounded so strange against my bare skin, and my backside was on fire. Despite the pain, I didn't cry a drop, and neither I nor mom said anything. When she was done, she put me down and tucked me in bed, lying on my back. I had previously been made to sit in my chair, on a pillow, after a spanking, but this was the first time I got immediately put to bed. Mom told me not to move or turn over until she told me, or she would spank me again. I knew she wanted me on my, but as long as possible to maximize the punishment, so I obeyed her. After a little while, she came back into my room to check on me. She wanted to see if I had moved or rolled over. Fortunately, I had not. Mom made me stay in my room all afternoon, and through the evening, no supper for me. I heard my father come home much later on, and I'm sure she discussed my spanking with him. I stayed in bed until the next morning, when Mom told me it was now okay to get up. I went into the bathroom to pee and brush my teeth, then into the kitchen. Mom asked me what I wanted for breakfast. I chose cereal and sat at the kitchen table in my briefs, like nothing at all had happened. Mom sat with me and starting talking to me about the previous day. I only remember her saying, "Bad boys get good spankings." To me, a good spanking meant moderate, over pants and maybe 10 smacks. Because I got many more than 10 smacks on my bear, but it would be true to say I got a significant, extreme spanking. One thing is for sure, though I never talked back to my mother again, so I certainly learned the lesson that sore bottom was intended to give me.